Hey there! So today we have another review, and this is Rogue Dead and Dead. Thank you for sending this one out. This is Dead Guy Ale, which I just reviewed, aged in Dead Guy whiskey barrels. So not only is Rogue, they've been around for so many years, they've been around even before I was into craft beer. They are not only a brewery, but now they've turned into not only a farm, but also a distillery. So you can actually find some of their whiskey. I don't know if I've actually had some of their whiskey before, but this is their flagship beer, aged in those barrels that they've made whiskey out of. So this beer actually comes in at 8.8% higher ABV than 6.8%, which is their base beer. So we're gonna check this one out. Let's check it out. So the beer actually comes in a little bit more hazy and darker of a color. It comes in a medium to deep amber color. The head is holding a little bit, and it certainly has a little bit more kind of that darker color, imagine from the oak. But yeah, really nice looking beer. Decent clarity to it. Let's get the aroma. A little bit of kind of toffee coming in, some of that caramel candy, some of that Munich malt driving in, but really understated on the barrel character. I'm not really getting the familiar, there's a little bit of vanilla in here, but like generally I get like a big burst of just like, I know when a beer is barrel aged in whiskey barrels. And it's not really driving in there. Cheers. 8.8%. This beer is not a big, thick, chewy barrel aged beer. I will say the barrel character is super nuanced. This has got to be one of the most nuanced barrel aged beers I've had. You could basically not tell that this was barrel aged, as someone just gave me this blind. If anything, it tastes like maybe a little bit warming on the way down. It tastes like a slightly higher ABV Rogue Dead Guy Ale. Hops have definitely faded a little bit. It doesn't have that forward hop profile, but in general, it's got that same flavor. It's got that Munich malt. You get that, or their caramel malt, or whatever richer malts they're using. It has that bread crust, that kind of rye spiciness to it. It comes in with a little bit of caramel and toffee on the back end. Maybe a touch of vanilla helps sweeten it out. Higher ABV is accentuated by the barrel character and the higher ABV, but really, not too much to say about it. Wow. It might be crazy, but I feel like I prefer the fresh Dead Guy Ale. I prefer its vibrancy, the hop profile. You know, this is just a little bit more neutered. And, you know, I'm not going to knock the beer on being a barrel-aged beer. If you want a barrel-aged beer, don't buy this. If you want Dead Guy Ale and you're expecting really huge barrel character, don't buy this. It doesn't really sing that to me. Instead, it just does something a little bit different to Dead Guy Ale, which is fine. And for some reason, I just like a little bit of hop bitterness and the balance, that the freshness that Dead Guy Ale has. Here, just, it does do really well with its flavors. But it just seems a little bit more stripped down, and it somehow tastes even more watery, even though it's a higher ABV. Sort of contradiction there, right? So, absolutely delicious beer, still really great. I just, yeah, what else can I say? It's a different version of Dead Guy Ale, but it certainly is not a great representation of a barrel-aged beer, if that's what you're looking for. So as for rating, we're going with an 87 on this one. Check it out. Very delicious beer still. Until next time, guys, cheers. Later. Thank you, Rogue. Thank you, Rogue, for sending this one out. Later.